This video chart presentation of Coral Gold Resources brought to you by allpennystocks.com with technical analysis by Andy from Understanding Venture Plays. Coral trades on the Canadian Venture Exchange under the ticker CLH. Take a quick look here. Got a pretty decent support right through here at 46. This is, back throughout several months. Kind of set itself up, dipped below it a few different times. When it broke through this bottom support right here on heavy selling, downtrend should have been expected, and that's basically, I'm not sure if this was news driven or what have you. It looks like it's trying to find a bottom and trying to work its way out of it right now. A quick line on there, about like that. And I think it's trying to make, trying to break through a downtrend that it kind of had going right there. See, it's trying to pop through it right now. So we're going to take a look at the lower indicators and see what they're telling us. Nice uptrend right now in the MACD and PPO. See actually just a slight dip below it. Histogram just breaking below, barely below zero. Looks like it's trying to bend back up. We need to pay attention to the fact that the MACD is trying to flatten right now. The signal line, what we're going to see if this uptrend can continue, we're going to look for a little bit more of a push to get this histogram back up a little bit farther above zero to create some separation between the lines. Once again, coming off of a pinch. We talk about the power of that formation. Nice move off of it. Trend to zero. That's what you want to see. You want to see that trend continue. This tells you, the ADX tells you that the downward trend was losing strength. It's trying to flatline right now. It's still a little bit of a concern, as it looks like it's trying to curl back down a little more. We want to see the slightest uptrend that it's trying to get going. We want to see that uptrend continue and see this continue to gain some strength. Again, it doesn't tell you direction, it just tells you strength of it. So it's a little bit kind of caught in the middle, just like the price per share is. Money flow index is in a nice position, all three moving basically together and breaking through 50. That's a good position. The accumulation distribution still has a pretty nice uptrend going on. Is not really flatlining too much right now. It's something you pay attention to. If it tries to flatline while the price is growing up, it shows you that some selling pressure is catching up to buying pressure. It's kind of the same way with the Chaikin money flow. This little turn down right here we want to pay attention to. Even though it's well in the green, this tells you that buying pressure is still, there's still substantial buying pressure coming into this play. You just want to pay attention to it. If it starts trickling down, it tells you that selling pressure is not necessarily taking over, but it's evening out a little bit more. It's not closing as high as it was before in the past. CCI in a nice position. Nice move out of negative territory. Just scroll straight up and see where that puts you. Right there was when it made the breakout of coming out of negative 100. Still in a nice position. The full stow also coming out of oversold territory. We're going to look for this. The break of 50 tells you that it is closing, at higher levels back over that time frame. So this is in a nice position as well. Moving towards 50, that's what you want to see, showing some a nice strength to the closing prices. The tricks, always looking for it to trend towards zero. Starting to flatline a little bit, but still a pretty strong uptrend going on. We want to see that continue, and your buy signal comes from one across, and a stronger indication comes from a break of zero. So we're looking for that to continue as well. We want to see these RSIs get through 50 to give it some strength. I think it's a bit of a concern is that the 7, the shortest one we use here, is actually starting to try and trickle down. We want to see this get broken by the break of 50. You see that the 14 and 21 have also kind of flatlined throughout here, when even though the price is trying to get an uptrend to it. So we're going to want to see this flatlined area be broken. We want to see it break through 50. Is kind of the ultimate thing that needs to happen with the RSIs. The price per share, ultimately a very low, bottom support. That's too far away from a tolerable loss as far as stop losses. What I'd look for So I'd be keeping an eye on 32. I'd want to see 32 hold. If 32 can't, it's going to want to open eyes to if 31 holds. Because if 32 doesn't hold, it's probably going to test 31. Obviously, it's not very far away. There's not much support from there down to this 27.5 area. So if that can't hold, this trend line will be broken. And there's a good chance it's going to test down here. If it were me, I'd have stop losses set around that area to limit them, because, like I say, there's a chance it's going to come down and touch it. Now, on the upside, this little area right through here, 30, it looks like it's more than it really is. It's only 35 to 35.5 is all that it is. That's the resistance that has to go. See, this long upper shadow from yesterday showed there was, there's good volume that came in, 161,000. That's, we want to see those volume surges, provide some liquidity in it. Obviously, it didn't hold. You can see it had a tough time with that area. That's got to fall. 35.5 will one push through this downtrend, which is very short term, only a couple weeks, so it's not that critical. But what we really want to see is this 35.5 fall. And what it has to do is get up there. Has to break through 35.5. That puts you through the 50-day moving average. It puts you above the 20-day moving average, which is the first and foremost one we want to see it above. The other short terms are curling under it to give it some strength. So this strength in this chart is going to lie in breaking this resistance and getting up here and challenging this. Again, we're not looking for this one to really happen tomorrow. We're looking a few days away. We're looking for this new high or lows to continue to be made. And ultimately, we want to see a higher high. So we want to see a channel start to develop that way. These are the things that I would be looking for in CLH. Again, this is only my interpretation. I'm not a financial consultant. Strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence and consult a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance does not guarantee future results. Please visit the allpennystocks.com website to view the full disclaimer. To begin learning technical analysis while on the All Penny Stocks website, please click on the feature link to Understanding Pincher Plays and you'll be on your way. Thank you, and trade smart.